Hey, it's littledorgan. I had a weird idea that spawned from something that I remember from a long time ago when I used to read to a dear friend of mine to help him sleep. And I figured that while my Let's Plays are very important to me, I also don't want to limit myself to just gaming. I'm also a huge book nerd. I'm a bookworm. And I thought it might be interesting to see how everybody would react to maybe me doing a reading of a book. So if there's a negative response on this, if I don't get much positive response, then I will stop. But I figured I would do one chapter of this book. And I chose The Night Circus because I think it's just a beautiful book that no one knows about. And there's the most... It's beautiful. I just feel like this book is beautiful, and it's the book that I want to read, and it's not too long. So, maybe we'll do a short series of that. And don't worry, I'm not stopping my gaming. I'm still a gamer. This is still a Let's Play channel. I just thought I might change it up a little bit and maybe try a slightly different direction. Because I know y'all love my voice. So I'm reading The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, and I intend on recording the first chapter tonight. And I'll see what you guys think. If you like it, then I'll continue to pair my book readings along with my Let's Plays. So, without further ado, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Chapter 1. Anticipation. The circus arrives without warning. No announcements precede it, no paper notices on downtown posts and billboards, no mentions or advertisements in local newspapers. It is simply there, when yesterday it was not. The towering tents are striped in white and black, no golds and crimsons to be seen, no color at all save for the neighboring trees and the grass of the surrounding fields. Black and white stripes on gray sky, countless tents of varying shapes and sizes, with an elaborate wrought iron fence encasing them in a colorless world. Even what little ground is visible from outside is black or white, painted or powdered, or treated with some other circus trick. But it is not open for business. Not just yet. Within hours, everyone in town has heard about it. By afternoon, the news has spread several towns over. Word of mouth is a more effective method of advertisement than typeset words and exclamation points on paper pamphlets or posters. It is impressive and unusual news, the sudden appearance of a mysterious circus. People marvel at the staggering height of the tallest tents. They stare at the clock that sits just inside the gates, that no one can properly describe. And the black sign painted in white letters that hangs upon the gates, the one that reads, "Opens at nightfall, closes at dawn." What kind of circus is only open at night, people ask. No one has a proper answer. Yet as dusk approaches, there is a substantial crowd of spectators gathering outside of the gates. You are amongst them, of course. Your curiosity got the better of you, as curiosity is wont to do. You stand in the fading light, the scarf around your neck pulled up against the chilly evening breeze, waiting to see for yourself exactly what kind of circus only opens once the sun sets. The ticket booth, clearly visible behind the gates, is closed and barred. The tents are still, save for when they ripple ever so slightly in the wind. The only movement within the circus is the clock that ticks by the passing minutes, if such a wonder of a sculpture can even be called a clock. The circus looks abandoned and empty, but you think perhaps that you can smell caramel wafting through the evening breeze beneath the crisp scent of the autumn leaves, a subtle sweetness at the edge of the cold. The sun disappears completely beyond the horizon, and the remaining luminosity shifts from dusk to twilight. The people around you are growing restless from waiting, a sea of shuffling feet murmuring about abandoning the endeavor in search of someplace warmer to pass the evening. You yourself are debating departing when it happens. First, there's a popping sound. It's barely audible over the wind and conversation. A soft noise like a kettle about to boil for tea. Then comes the light. All over the tents, small lights begin to flicker, as though the entirety of the circus is covered in particularly bright fireflies. The waiting crowd quiets as it watches this display of illumination. Someone near you gasps. A small child claps his hands with glee at the sight. And the tents are all aglow, sparkling against the night sky. The sign appears. Stretched across the top of the gates, hidden in curls of iron, more firefly-like lights flicker to life. They pop as they brighten, some accompanied by a shower of glowing white sparks and a bit of smoke. The people nearest to the gates take a few steps back. At first, it is only a random pattern of lights, but as more of them ignite, it becomes clear that they are aligned in scripted letters. First, a C is distinguishable, followed by more letters, a Q, oddly, several E's. When the final bulb pops alight and the smoke and sparks dissipate, it is finally legible. This elaborate incandescent sign. Leaning to your left to gain a better view, you can see that it reads Le Circus Revue. Sorry if my French is terrible. That's French for the night circus. Le Circus Revue. Yeah, something like that. Some in the crowd smile knowingly, while others frown and look questioningly at their neighbors. A child near you tugs on her mother's sleeve, begging to know what it says. Oh, it's not the night circus. Circus of... Okay, sorry. Okay, I misled you there. A second there. I'm taking a break from reading. I thought that was French for the night circus, but apparently it says here that is French for the Circus of Dreams. So let's, retry that entire paragraph, just so we don't break the mood. If I haven't already. Some in the crowd smile knowingly, while others frown and look questioningly at their neighbors. A child near you tugs at her mother's sleeve, begging to know what it says. The Circus of Dreams, comes the reply. The girl smiles delightedly. Then the iron grates, Then the iron gates shudder and unlock, seemingly by their own volition. They swing outward, inviting the crowd inside. Now the circus is open. Now you may enter. And that's the end of the first chapter. I want to know what you guys think about my readings, and if you want to see it alongside my Let's Plays, and let me assure you that this would just be a mini-series of just, kind of popping up random videos of, maybe once a week. I upload a Let's Play every single day, and I absolutely do not intend on stopping that. But I thought it might be also fun, maybe once a week, to upload a reading of the Night Circus. So let me know what you thought, and if you want me to continue. If I get a negative response on this, I'm just gonna call it a failed idea. It was just something that popped into my head the other day. So I hope you liked it, and please let me know what you thought. Thank you for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, I really get excited about making people happy, and I thought that maybe some people might need a break from all the chaos in my kind of sometimes intense Let's Plays. Sometimes somewhat. Usually it's all good fun, but sometimes it's a bit intense. To just listen to somebody read them a book. If you liked it, let me know. And if you want to see more, please let me know. I'm so worried that this is going to be terrible and that everybody's going to say that it's awful. But thanks, you guys.